I want to show you the exact workflow I use to spin a single long video into 30 high-performing short-form clips in under 90 minutes. And yes, this method will actually grow your business. To build a social feed that truly helps your business, you need to nail 3 fundamental concepts. Solve a clear, specific problem for your audience. Next, you must clearly demonstrate how your product or service directly helps solve that exact problem. And finally, you absolutely need to post consistent, high-quality content without fail. We scaled one of our channels by strictly following this. Find a very specific pain point, create direct content, and post reliably every single time. But here's the reality check. Most of us are wearing the CEO, salesperson, and marketer hats all at once. Hiring a professional editor every week can feel incredibly expensive and often unreliable for a growing business. The good news is you can now batch create attention-grabbing clips much faster by leaning into smart, modern tools. One of the essential tools in this process is Vizard, which lets you treat a single long recording like a rich content mine. It helps you automatically detect the best sound bites, clean up the audio, add necessary subtitles, and even schedule them across all your platforms. Essentially, this technology does the heavy lifting of a small social media team for you, just on your own content. So, let's jump into step 1, deciding exactly what themes you are going to talk about. I personally like to start by listing 5 to 10 relevant themes that deeply resonate with my target audience. You then use that list of themes to quickly draft a full-length talking head script for your long-form video. You can crank out that initial first draft in mere seconds using any available writing tool. But please, do not stop there. You need to refine that draft significantly. Inject your own personal anecdotes, sprinkle in extra facts, adjust the tone, and add genuine sparks of your unique personality. Keep refining until you have enough solid material to comfortably speak for a substantial period, like 20 to 40 minutes. The beautiful benefit here is that a longer recording gives you vastly more raw material to chop into those high-impact shorts. Now we move to step 2, the actual recording, and listen closely, you absolutely do not need a full professional studio setup. A modern smartphone's back camera mounted on a simple tripod will give you wonderfully crisp and professional-looking visuals. Make sure you choose a spot near a window, as utilizing that beautiful natural light is absolutely key for good exposure. Frame your face right in the center of the shot and simply double-check that your entire area is well lit before pressing record. If you can afford it, buying a small lavalier microphone is the single easiest way to instantly make your videos sound legitimately professional. But if you absolutely cannot get one, no sweat, because modern editing tools can clean up a surprising amount of room noise later. The most crucial technique here is to record the entire prepared script in one continuous, uninterrupted take. Do not obsess over small mistakes or flubs, because those ums and ahs are easily fixable in the editing phase anyway. It is significantly faster to record one long, slightly imperfect take than it is to stop, re-record, and edit every single line individually. Now we arrive at the part that historically used to eat up the absolute maximum amount of your valuable time, the editing process. Instead of manually hunting for clips, trimming footage, adding subtitles, and formatting for 5 different platforms, you just upload the long cut to Vizard. Vizard's incredible auto-editing feature analyzes the entire recording to intelligently find the most engaging moments for you. It then slices those best moments into perfectly sized, ready-to-post clips specifically designed for fast-paced, short-form platforms. Furthermore, it automatically generates accurate subtitles, suggests compelling titles, and even scores each clip for its potential to go viral. In just a few minutes, you will receive a massive stack of vertical or horizontal clips that are already fully optimized for social engagement. But understand that these raw, auto-generated clips are merely your excellent first draft. Now we apply the golden rules. There are precisely 2 non-negotiable rules every single short must adhere to if you actually want it to blow up in the algorithms. The very first golden rule is you must capture the viewer's attention within the opening 5 seconds, without fail. The second golden rule demands that you keep the audience completely engaged, so they watch the clip right through to the very final moment. Both of these elements are absolutely critical signals that the platform algorithms use to decide whether to promote your video further. To craft that perfect 5-second hook, make it unmistakably clear what the clip is about in the fewest words possible. This effective hook could manifest as a genuinely provocative question, a completely jaw-dropping statistic, or an extremely bold, polarizing claim. When recording your long-form video, try intentionally landing those powerful one-liners so the AI cutter can easily find them. If you miss that opportunity, you can always scrub through the raw audio later to find short, punchy sound bites that fulfill the hook requirement. Subtitles are non-negotiable because a massive portion of viewers scroll through their feeds with the sound completely turned off. Fortunately, Vizard automatically bakes dynamic, animated captions directly into the clip, so your hook still lands powerfully even on mute. Moving to rule number 2, audience retention is achieved almost entirely through the practice of utterly ruthless editing. You must ruthlessly ditch every single piece of filler content and keep the short clip laser-focused on just that one central idea. Actively replace any moment that drags or feels boring with punchy, energetic visuals or relevant B-roll footage that powerfully reinforces your main point. And speaking of B-roll, you absolutely do not need to shoot any of it yourself, because Vizard integrates a stock footage library right into the editor. You can simply pull clips from that massive library and drop them directly into your edit to vividly illustrate those more abstract points you are making. Do not forget about music, as a tightly mixed and professionally leveled background track is crucial for overall pacing and perceived energy. Here is another highly underrated trick that can immediately elevate your perceived production value: achieve clean audio. Vizard's one-click audio cleanup feature can transform a mediocre room recording into something that sounds remarkably close to a professional studio session. If you have ever hesitated to post a clip because the sound quality was just a little bit meh, this single step completely removes that posting barrier. After you meticulously refine the hook, tighten the pacing, add B-roll, and finalize the music, you must then think seriously about metadata. Yes, even in the age of viral discovery, your titles, descriptions, and tags still matter significantly for overall reach. You should aim to keep your titles very short and snappy, but you need to load your descriptions and tags with highly relevant keywords and phrases. You can accomplish this manual keyword stuffing using external tools or by leveraging an integrated writing assistant to output that keyword-rich copy for you. The better your overall metadata strategy, the easier it becomes for the platform's discovery engine to surface your great clips to new viewers. Now for the part that truly makes scaling this operation realistic for a solo creator, the scheduling phase. Instead of manually posting every single freshly edited clip individually, utilize Vizard's built-in content calendar and scheduling features. You simply set your desired posting frequency, and the system queues those clips across all your connected social channels automatically. The calendar view gives you one single place to easily reschedule a post or swap out a clip if you ever need to make a last-minute change. This auto-scheduling capability effectively eliminates all the tedious, repetitive, and draining work from your daily distribution routine. That is genuinely how one single long recording can transform into a full month's worth of daily content across YouTube, TikTok Reels, and LinkedIn. With proper reformatting and repurposing, the one session can easily yield over 100 separate posts across all those feeds. I know what you might be thinking. Can this really outperform a talented freelancer or a dedicated full-time editor hired for the job? The answer is nuanced, because many freelancers are secretly using the very same AI tools under the hood and charging you for their manual clicking time. They can also introduce inconsistency in delivery and become quite expensive as your content demands increase over time. Traditional high-end editing services might offer premium polish, but they are notoriously slow and often cost-prohibitive for solo creators. Vizard settles perfectly into that crucial sweet spot. It's vastly faster than external outsourcing and significantly cheaper than hiring someone full-time. It surpasses doing everything manually because the integrated AI actively helps you surface the absolute best content you already recorded without bias. It's also worth noting that some competing tools narrowly focus on just one single feature, like subtitle generation, and then charge a premium for it. Other platforms lock away the critical scaling features you need behind their highest tier subscription plans, preventing affordable growth. Then there are the platforms that look flashy, but fundamentally misunderstand what makes a short clip actually perform well on social media. Vizard's auto-editing is specifically tuned to locate those high-potential viral moments, which is key for platform distribution. Furthermore, the integrated content calendar actively forces you to maintain the posting discipline that truly moves the needle on audience growth. So here are the exact 5 steps I run through every single time I sit down to execute this efficient content batching system. First, brainstorm 5 to 10 strong topics, and then draft your complete long-form script based on those ideas. Second, record the entire script in one continuous take, using your phone, window light, and a lav mic if you possibly have access to one. Third, upload that raw file to Vizard, and immediately let the powerful auto-editor slice, dice, and score all your potential clips. Fourth, review the highest scoring clips, then manually tighten the hooks, trim out any lingering filler, add music and B-roll, and confirm captions are flawless. Finally, fill in all your titles, descriptions, and tags with keyword-rich copy, and schedule every single piece of content using the integrated calendar. The entire workflow, from hitting record to having a month of content scheduled, takes me personally only about 60 to 90 minutes once I'm fully accustomed to the system. Because you are publishing the same core clips across multiple distinct platforms, that single production session multiplies into dozens or even hundreds of total content pieces. As a final piece of optimization advice, the AI often surfaces multiple clip length options, so you must test them rigorously. Test formats like 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and 45 seconds to empirically discover which specific length your unique audience prefers watching. You need to closely monitor your video retention graphs and then swiftly double down on those specific formats that keep your viewers watching longer. For YouTube specifically, remember to swap out your thumbnails regularly and experiment with different opening frames to maximize click-through rates. Understand that these small, intentional, continuous changes compound incredibly fast, leading to significant audience growth over time. If your goal is serious video growth, but you lack the time or budget to afford a dedicated creative team, this method is the perfect practical middle ground. With this system, you retain all the crucial creative control, save substantial amounts of money, and achieve the consistency necessary to finally build a loyal audience. Vizard is not some kind of magic instant button for overnight success, but it is the indispensable tool that turns one recording into a truly reproducible content machine. So, your immediate next step is to go make that essential list of topics, hit the record button, and let this proven system handle the massive content creation heavy lifting. You will be genuinely surprised how quickly you can fill an entire editorial calendar with content that is engineered to actually perform well for you. If you'd like, I can personally walk you through a sample workflow on your very first long video to show you how to set up that content calendar. I promise you that learning the initial calendar setup is far less intimidating and much more straightforward than it probably sounds right now.